Most people, after entering pig farm, they realize that it is not for them. And when you ask them, their reason is, I was deceived into it. So, for those of you who are here to decide whether to start a pig farm or any business, so if you want to go into pig farming, here are some things you have to look. And if the person is lying, you'll be able to know they are lying about what they're saying. And the first reason to detect a lie about a business or pig farming is when you ask about the profitability and he gives you a financial record, or he tells you about how much he was earning or used to earn, okay, or maybe he talks about his finances for the last year after sales of pigs, and then about a month to two you come back to ask the same person, the person gives you another value, inconsistency in his finances, it could be a sign that the person is not telling you the truth. Because if you really made that amount and you have the records, you'll be able to tell the exact amount you make all the time. You don't have to change it. So look out for inconsistencies in their finances. If they keep changing the values, it's not good for you. And you have to rethink before you invest. And one thing is, most of us farmers, especially those of us who are in quotes deceived to start a pig farm, because we want to sell our animals and then run away from the business. We tell potential buyers that it's very profitable, and you lie a lot. You tell a whole lot of stories that the people will be enticed to buy it, knowing very well that it wasn't profitable for you. Okay, so if the person is struggling to sell the animals and he has been able to grab you, the potential buyer, he will find all means possible to sell the animals to you, saying it's very profitable, and a whole lot of stories will cover up just to brainwash you to accept it. And the next one is a lack of transparency. If it's really profitable, he will be willing to disclose everything he is doing on the farm to you. I'll sold this one for this amount, and I sold it to this person at this amount. You know, whatever he's doing, he's able to flow from here to here, from here to here. But if not able to open up, tell you what he's doing, but just says it's raw, it's profitable without any fact, it means it's a red flag you have to look out for before you put your money into it. If the person really want to help you or really want to get you started in the business right, you'll be able to open up. Oh, maybe in the last 6 months, I sold 15 pigs at this amount per kilo to this person or to this company, and I sold this to this person and to this company. And this sow here, as you're seeing it, if I cross it, the last record, it gave me 14 piglets ago, and then the next one to across it, it gives you this, and then this one was not performing well and I discarded it out, and I'm not giving any breed of some sort. So if the person is trying to lie to you about a particular thing, you should be able to know it. Let them give you the records. If this style you are claiming is performing better, give me the past history of its following records. Maybe the first one was 8, the next was 10, the next 14, in that order. So the person will open up to you, and then you'll be able to decide for yourself better. So if the person is hiding all things you need to know, keep probing. But if the more you probe and the person becomes angry, you have to quit it. Don't even proceed again, because you lose your money if you go into it. And the next one, that is very, very funny to me when I see it or I hear about it, is somebody will tell you that pig farming is very profitable. Meanwhile, the person is still having the same size of farm he started with, but yet he's claiming it's profitable. You started a pig farm like 5 years ago, the same size of farm you have, and you are still saying it's profitable. You get it? So to be able to know the person's lie is also one of the reasons. If it is actually profitable and the person is making more money as he claims, the first thing he will do is to reinvest into the farm by expanding it to keep more pigs. But once the person is not reinvesting, and anytime you go there, the same size of farm, you asked him 2 years ago it was 30, after a year, same 30, or maybe it even reduced, it is a sign that the person is not finding it interesting enough to go into that business, and you should think about it. And some of them too could be genuine reasons. Maybe they have found another opportunity somewhere and they want to relocate, so they can't also have 2 eyes at the same place. For that is acceptable. But in a situation the person is living there, and maybe you know for sure this person is not going to leave this particular area no time soon, yet the person is not investing in the farm and he's encouraging you to go into it. Think about it. Ask him why he is not expanding his farm, and why is he keeping the same size of farm all the time. Let him explain it to you better, and if you are convinced, then you take the next decision by yourself. And the next one to also detect a lie is contradictory information. I want to convince you to start pig farm, so I've told you it's very profitable, and a pig can give birth to 18 piglets at a go. Meanwhile, the market is, or from research, you have been able to identify that the maximum is within 10 to 14. Maybe that's from your research, what you found out, but the person is always telling you information contrary to what you know. And one of those contradictions could also stem from the fact that you know for sure that the highest amount somebody will pay for a kilo of pig is 50 cedis. Yet the person tells you he sells his for 100 cedis per kilo. You have not found it anywhere, and you have not seen it anywhere. You have not also read it anywhere, but he's making that claim 100 cedis per kilo. You need to think about it. If he's contradicting the norm, the standard, what everybody knows. So there are always to be able to identify if the person is actually looking for somebody to defraud in a way to run away from the business. You don't become that particular victim. In big family, if you ask me, I would say always do your research well, know why you want to start the business, ask people and learn about it, and get people who will buy from you. And if you are convinced, look into your finances. Will you be able to cater for this number of pigs till they reach the size for you to take them to the market? If you can't do that, you don't have to put your money in. Rethink, and if they need be, give it another time before you come back to think about starting the farm. Don't rush in pig farming. Yes, you don't rush because your friend has started it, making a lot of money from it. Don't rush. Don't also envy people. We all have our own unique strengths and weaknesses. If somebody is lucky enough and the person is flourishing in the business, you don't have to envy the person and also try to copy what the person is doing. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. You can be a farmer selling just 10 pigs a year and you'll be the happiest than somebody selling 50. It all depends on what you want from the business, okay? So think about it and then do the right thing for yourself. If you have also been deceived into starting and you are about to giving up, or you have regretted starting the farm, please forgive the person who did that to you and look for ways and means to better yourself. Sometimes you need another eye just to take a step back and look closely at the business. You'll be able to develop interest back for the business and you come in stronger. In that case, nobody can stop you and you re-energize yourself in the business, okay? So take a step further if you think you have been disappointed by somebody and look closely at it. Know why you want to go into it, and I'm sure you will like it at the end of the day.